Hello, I'm Victor, co-founder and engineer at Scaffcalc. In this video, I'll show you how to create your first scaffolding base in Scaffcalc. You will learn how to adjust dimensions, add extensions, modify platform levels, and navigate between different views. Now, we will go through how to create your first scaffolding base in Scaffcalc. Start by naming your project and place it in a folder. At the top of the toolbar, you will find the Scaffolding Bay button. I will start by selecting a standard bay. This green box appears as a preview. I recommend adjusting all the bay settings before placing it on the drawing board. On the right-hand side, you will find the bay properties. If you've set a preferred supplier, it will be selected by default. For now, I won't make any changes and will place the bay directly on the drawing board. Then, I switch to component view to see how the bay looks with components. I select new bay again, but this time I adjust the width before placing it. For the next bay, I change the length and also adjust the decking, so that planks are only placed on the top. As you can see, when I select New Bay again, the last used settings remain. This time, I adjust the decking levels and add consoles. I select the sides where I want to place them by clicking on the desired positions. Once the consoles are in place, I want to adjust the bay further. To do this, I first need to switch back to box view to select the entire bay before changing the settings. Here I can modify the console's depth and choose at which levels I want them. For the next bay, I remove the consoles and instead add diagonal braces. You can choose their positions and pattern. You can also change the top ledger level of your base. Here I show how you can use the arrow keys to quickly raise or lower the decking. The same applies to adjusting bay length. Use the arrow keys for faster and more efficient building. You can also manually enter the top ledger height and press enter. When I place a bay, a new green box appears. To exit build mode, press escape in the top left corner of the keyboard. You can also click select on the toolbar. Now, I realize I don't want any guardrails on my last bay. I can adjust this afterwards by making sure I'm in box view, selecting the bay I want to change, scrolling down to the guardrail properties and deselecting all positions. You have now learned how to adjust the properties of your base. On the far left, you'll find all the components. In component view, every individual part will appear in the list. In box view, you'll see larger objects like building structures and scaffolding. You can expand the list by clicking the arrows next to each row to see what's included. Here, for example, I have 10 consoles, and when I click on the row, they are highlighted on the bay. Further down, you will find the material list, where every component is listed, including supplier article numbers, which can come in handy. Lastly, I want to check that I've named my project and saved it in a folder. I do this by pressing escape or clicking select in the toolbar. When I'm happy with everything, I click save and wait until a small green dot appears. Then, I click the arrow in the top left corner to exit the project. In the next video, I'll go through how to create corners in Scaffcalc. See you in the next one!